customers around the world, and it's growing by leaps and bounds, not only in the United States, but in all corners of the planet, from India to Turkey to Spain. In fact, at a worldwide level last quarter, iPhone grew at 3.5 times the rest of the industry. This is truly remarkable. And in China, it's even more incredible. iPhone grew a stunning 75% versus the rest of the industry in decline. iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus have been truly amazing. It's been a phenomenal year. iPhone 6 is the most popular iPhone ever. In fact, these are the most popular phones in the world. But more important to us, they are the most loved phones in the world, with customer satisfaction literally off the charts and far above any other phone. Thank you. Now, so how do you follow a success like this? I've got that question a few times. I am thrilled to show you the newest iPhones. Introducing the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus. We are driven to innovate at Apple. You've seen that all morning. And no product is more about innovation than the iPhone. From the very start, the iPhone has been about bringing innovations that are really important in people's daily lives. And as a result, iPhone has changed the world. What we have to show you today is really awesome. And while they may look familiar, we have changed everything about these new iPhones. The team has worked incredibly hard to deliver new capabilities that are truly meaningful in our lives. The iPhones you are about to see are the most advanced iPhones ever. And in fact, they are the most advanced smartphones in the world. To walk you through them, I'd like to invite Phil back up to the stage. Phil?
Well, I am truly honored to represent all of the incredible teams at Apple that have worked so hard on this product and be the one to present them to you now, because these new iPhones are absolutely beautiful, the most incredible iPhones we've ever made. This is the brand new rose gold aluminum finish. And while it may look the same, this is an entirely new aluminum. It is an Apple custom alloy of 7000 series aluminum, the same alloys that are used in the aerospace industry. The new iPhone 6s comes in 4 metal finishes: silver, gold, space gray, and the new rose gold. And it comes in 2 sizes: the iPhone 6s with its 4.7-inch Retina display, and the 6s Plus with its 5.5-inch Retina display. And those displays are covered by a brand new glass that's the strongest in the industry. It's made with a dual ion exchange process, and they're incredibly durable. Perhaps the most profound feature iPhone has ever brought to the world is multi-touch. right? Multi-touch has changed how we interact with our devices. It taught us about pinch and zoom and swipe. And it's truly a profound innovation. So our team's been hard at work trying to imagine how you take multi-touch to the next generation and further deliver a new experience that's just as profound as the first multi-touch. And they've really done it. It's called 3D touch. 3D touch is a tremendous breakthrough in interacting with our devices. We have a great video to introduce it to you now.
With iPhone and multi-touch, we introduced a whole new way to interact with technology. Tapping, swiping, and pinching have forever changed the way we navigate and experience our digital world. Until now, these gestures have been defined by a singular plane in two-dimensional space. For iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, we're introducing an entirely new interaction and a whole new dimension to the way you experience your iPhone. It's made possible by a technology called 3D touch. This is the next generation of multi-touch. For the first time, along with recognizing familiar gestures, iPhone also recognizes force, enabling new gestures, peek and pop. "3D touch" works on the home screen, giving you shortcuts to the things you do frequently. It also works inside applications themselves. Press lightly, and it gives you a peek at the content. Continue pressing, and it pops you into the content itself. Sensors embedded in the display read how hard you're pressing and react in a smooth, linear way. This is a dynamic system, deeply integrated into iOS 9. You can dip in and out of where you are without losing a sense of your context. It provides distinct, tactile feedback for your actions, letting you know exactly what you've done and what to expect. While the way that you use 3D touch is simple, the engineering behind it is some of our most advanced. At its heart are capacitive sensors integrated into the backlight of the Retina HD display. With each press, these sensors measure microscopic changes in the distance between the cover glass and the backlight. These measurements are then combined with signals from the touch sensor and accelerometer to provide fast, accurate, and continuous response to finger pressure. For a truly communicative experience, we had to develop a more precise level of haptic feedback. While the vibrating system on a typical phone requires 10 or more oscillations to reach full power, the Taptic engine in iPhone 6s reaches peak output in just one cycle and stops just as quickly. This allows us to create shorter, more distinct feedback events, like a mini tap lasting just 10 milliseconds and a full tap which lasts 15 milliseconds. Perhaps more than any other system we've designed, 3D touch is a clear example of how hardware and software developed together can work to define a singular experience. This is the next generation of multi-touch. It makes this iPhone the most advanced iPhone we have ever created.
This is unlike any experience you've ever seen in a smartphone, and it took a unique collaboration between our hardware, our software, and design teams to make an experience this profound and new. And now I'd like to give you your very first live demonstration of 3D touch in action. And to do so, I'd like to invite up none other than our Senior Vice President of Software Engineering, Craig Federici, to give you a demo. Craig?
Hey, everybody. Well, I'm absolutely thrilled to give you this first look at 3D touch live in action on the new iPhone. Let's take a look now. And we're going to start with something we do every day, and that's in mail. Now, in the past, in mail, if I had a message like this one at the top that I wanted to get a little bit better look at, I'd tap in like this. I might take a look and realize, no, this isn't something I want to deal with now. So I'd maybe bring up a sheet, mark it as unread, and go back. So I do a lot of in and out, in and out. Well, with 3D touch, we don't need to do this anymore. So now I can just apply just a little bit of pressure like that and dive right into a message. Take a quick look, let go. I'm right back to where I started from. Now, sometimes I take a look at a message, I take that peek, get a good look at it, and realize I actually want to go deeper. So I press deeper, and I'm right in the message. I've popped in, and I can take a look just like always. Now, occasionally, I'll see a message like this. It looks like Dan Riccio says, check out my new Apple ride. Well, I've been hearing things about this on the internet, so I'm curious to see what we'll see here. I'll take a little peek, maybe make some news here today. Oh, exactly. Yeah, and so when I see a message like this, I might want to take action. Well, now I can just flick up and get to actions that easily. Or, for common actions, I can just slide to the side to mark something as read, or in this case, send it on its way to the trash. So, of course, Force Touch or 3D Touch is integrated throughout the system in all the apps you use most. Let's take a look in Messages. Now, here, I've been having a conversation with a friend about an upcoming visit. Messages has spotted a time when she's coming into town. Well, now I can just peek on that time and see what's going on in my calendar, maybe even create an event. The phone also spotted that she sent me a flight number. Well, I can peek in on that. And look at that, I get details right on the incoming flight time. That's really convenient. Now, your friends often send you great ideas about what you guys might do together when they're in town. Here's a web link. And now I don't have to go to Safari. I can just peek in and take a look right here within Messages at that web page. And maybe that's something we won't be doing during this visit. So we can see that right inside of Messages. But now what's really great about 3D Touch is it lets me take action on apps without even having to open them. So I might want to call one of my favorites. Well, watch what happens. I can get to them right here directly from my home screen. Or maybe I want to listen to music like Beats One or a song from my favorite band. Well, I can do that right here. And sometimes you need to take that emergency selfie and you want to get directly to the selfie camera. Well, now you can. And when you want to preview those selfies to make sure you got the right shot, just peek in. You can slide right back and forth and see that you got the shot you were looking for. It's really handy. Now, when you're on the go with Maps, I can just peek in here, get directions right to home, or drop a pin to mark my location so I can find my car. And on locations on the map, I can just peek in like this, get more information on hours, directions, or even call. It's just so much more direct and natural than ever before. Now, 3D Touch also makes it easier to navigate across apps. So in the past, I would do this by double-clicking on my home button to get into multitasking. It's pretty cool. I can go, let's say, go into Messages. Well, now with 3D Touch, I can just apply a little bit of force on the edge, and look what happens. Go right into my applications, just like that. I can swipe across and pick an app, and if I want to go back to the previous app, in a single gesture, I can just swipe across between apps. It's totally epic. Now, we've been able to bring in some of our great third-party developers over the past couple of weeks to see what they could do with 3D Touch, and their feedback has been phenomenal. Dropbox makes it easier now, right from your home screen, to get at your recent documents or upload photos, search your Dropbox. On Facebook, I can update my status or check in right here from my home screen. With WeChat, I can take one of their site videos, just like this. And Instagram, now they've really gone to town. I can jump right in to my activity feed. And when I'm in here with these little picture thumbnails, Well, of course, I can peek right in. If I want to favorite or like one, I can do it just like this. Or if there's a person I follow and I want to see all of their photos, well, I can, of course, dive deeper and pop right in and take a look at these great images. It's just such a natural way to browse Instagram. And of course, they even made it play videos automatically. So no matter what you like to do with your phone, 3D Touch makes it better than ever. I think you're going to love it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Craig. So that's 3D Touch, and it transforms your experience with your iPhone. Inside your iPhone is the fastest chip we've ever built into a phone, the new A9 chip. Also our third generation 64-bit chip. It's built with the new transistor architecture. It means we can drive faster performance while being more energy efficient. And our software team has worked together with our chip team to enable it to be maximum performance for the kinds of tasks we do every day. And it delivers a big jump in performance. Compared to the A8, it is 70% faster at CPU tasks. And at graphics tasks, it's 90% faster. This is a big jump in performance. It's going to make using our phone so much faster and a lot more fun. So what can you do to have more fun with your iPhone with all this graphics performance? Well, to show you, I'd like to invite up the CEO and co-founder of Pixel Toys, Andy Wafer.
Thanks, Bill. I'm very proud to show you Warhammer 40,000 Freeblade running on the new iPhone. Not only does it show how revolutionary 3D Touch is going to be for gaming, but it shows the incredible performance leap made with the new A9 chip. For the first time in Freeblade, players are going to get to take command of an Imperial Knight, a massive 50-foot-tall battle mech. In Freeblade, players touch to aim and shoot, but 3D Touch adds an entire new dimension to the gameplay experience. Now, players can press to smoothly zoom in or out, or press a little deeper to switch to a heavier weapon like this battle cannon, all without taking a finger off the screen. That's never been done before. We were also super excited to discover the incredible performance boost of these new devices. When we got our hands on them, we turned everything up to the max. We started by adding higher resolution textures. And then we added more particles. And then we realized we could do even more, so we kept going. We more than doubled the number of AI enemies. We added a huge number of additional destructible objects to the scene to create this more visceral, action-packed experience. We added a focus blur effect that's activated by the 3D Touch. We added full-screen bloom to beautifully flare the lights and the explosions. We added dynamic cinematic color grading to the entire scene to create this rich visual look. We never imagined we'd be able to get this intensity of action in the game. And then we added every single other effect we had. Lasers, tracers, fire, smoke, and even bigger explosions. With Metal and the A9 chip, we were amazed to find we could do all of these effects simultaneously in active gameplay, and all at a smooth 60 frames per second. And of course, Freeblade's only going to look and play like this with 3D Touch on the new iPhone. Freeblade's coming to the App Store this holiday season. Thank you, guys.
Well, if I don't know what shows that is the most advanced chip ever in a smartphone, I don't know what does. I mean, 3D battle mechs. So much fun. So the A9 has an incredible CPU for performance. It has incredible graphics. And we've also, for the first time, built in our motion coprocessor, M9, directly into the chip. This is the coprocessor that helps keep track of things like our health and fitness data throughout the day. And it is now able to be always on as it's integrated. This helps with other tasks as well. For example, we have our new Hey Siri feature. And with Hey Siri, whether you're plugged in or not, you can speak directly to your iPhone and ask Siri things like, "Hey Siri, what's it like being you?"
Hey Phil. Hey Phil. Hey, Phil. Hey, Phil. There. That's kind of how it feels.
Siri's definitely sassy. The new iPhone 6s includes a new second-generation Touch ID sensor. It's twice as fast, so it's so lightning quick now. When you touch it, you can't believe how quickly it recognizes your fingerprint. Perhaps the feature many of us love the most about our iPhones is the camera. It's an incredible camera, and our customers take stunning photographs with it, like this one. This is taken by a customer. Perhaps you've seen it outside in our World Gallery campaign. It's truly beautiful. We've got a great camera in iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. And customers are going to love taking photos with it because it's now an all-new iSight camera. In fact, it's a 12-megapixel iSight camera. That's 50% more pixels than before, enabling a tremendous increase in detail in your photos. But as you know, many sensors, as you add pixels, you degrade image quality in important ways. And our team set a goal that we were not going to add pixels until we could do so without trading off the legendary image quality of the iSight camera. And they've done that. So how did we do it? Well, first let's talk about the sensor. Let's go inside. Here is the iSight camera sensor. It's got 50% more pixels, and with that, 50% more focus pixels, so its autofocus is even faster and more accurate. Now, typically, when you're taking a picture, the light comes in, and the photons excite the photosensors. And as you pack the pixels closer together, there are artifacts. This is called crosstalk. You see the photodiodes there, and the colors bleeding between them. If they get too close, you get inaccurate color, you get noise in your images. There are a number of techniques our team has worked on to help reduce that, to maintain image quality. For example, we've taken the color filters that sit above the photodiodes and moved them down on top of it. That helps. In addition, we've got great technology called deep trench isolation. If you take one thing away today, you'll tell people, I learned about deep trench isolation. It separates the photodiodes and helps to maintain very accurate and precise color. Well, the reality is we don't need to know any of this. All we have to know is that we can take even better pictures with an iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. As we do every time, we like to give our phones to great photographers to travel around the world and show us what can be done with these incredible iSight cameras. So the photos we're going to show you now were taken with iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, and they have not been retouched in any way. This is just as they come out of the iPhone. These were taken in Iceland. One of the things you see, as our goal was, fantastic color. The skin tones are really accurate. The depth of field is incredible. This was also taken in Iceland. This is Hershey Mountain. Guess how it got its name? Now, what's important in this is the sky is a beautiful, rich sky. It has no noise in it that you can see, which is one of the artifacts you would get as you pack pixels closer together. There's a beautiful picture of the Blue Lagoon in Iceland. You might have guessed that's a lagoon, but can you guess what this is? It's amazing, painterly. This is a photo taken from a plane down onto a river delta system. The level of detail with the 12-megapixel sensor is fantastic. Here's another detailed photo. This is a photo over Manhattan. Again, tremendous improvement in the incredible detail of these photographs. Here's a really tough one. This was taken in a ferry in New York. And it's challenged by the fact of both natural light and artificial light. Again, not retouched in any way, the iPhone 6s camera nails exposure and accurate color. It's beautiful. Here's a photo taken in Italy. The buildings are beautiful, and again, the sky rendered in very low noise. You get that beautiful salmon color just at sunset. Here's a photo taken in almost no light on a river in China. You can see incredible level of detail in the water despite there being almost no light. Here's a couple animal photos. Here's one of two East African crown cranes. Very cool. And last, this is a scarlet macaw. This is a bird with attitude. Its color is beautiful. The colors are exactly accurate. It nailed them. And as we zoom in, you can see the incredible level of detail and sharpness from that 12-megapixel sensor. Now, with the bigger sensor, we can also take even bigger panoramas, and panoramas are loved by our customers. This is a 63 megapixel panorama photo. Let's zoom in and pan across it. Again, you see the accurate blue sky with low noise. You see incredible exposure across the scene, and you don't see any stitching lines. It's just a beautiful photo. So the iPhone 6S and 6S Plus can take incredible photos better than ever before. It can also take amazing videos, HD videos, and now for the first time in an iPhone, 4K videos. So what's a 4K video? Well, when you shoot your video, you get a higher degree of detail. In every frame, there are 8 million pixels. It's an incredibly detailed video. And let me give you an example. We shot a video here. Again, this is directly out of an iPhone 6S. Now, what's truly remarkable is that video was shot on an iPhone 6S and edited in iMovie on that iPhone. So incredible to shoot and edit 4K videos directly on your iPhone. Along with the iSight camera, we have a new FaceTime camera. It's a 5 megapixel FaceTime HD camera. So you can take incredibly detailed selfies of you and your friends and their friends, and they'll all come out beautiful. As you know, on the back side with our iSight camera, we have a great flash, the best in the industry. It's called the True Tone Flash. And it takes flash pictures by matching the ambient light and giving you a more accurate flash lighting color in your photos. We wanted to bring that technology to the front side for your FaceTime camera. And of course, we realized, well, wait a minute, we already have a beautiful big LED backlit display. So we're going to use the Retina display to be a Retina flash, in fact, one that matches the ambient lighting color and could be a True Tone flash to perfectly match your photos. And this took some amazing engineering from the team. Not only do we match the colors, but inside, with the display chip, they've engineered it so that it will light up 3 times brighter when you need to use it for a flash. So in even very low light, you get incredible flash photos from your FaceTime camera. So that's the FaceTime and iSight cameras in the iPhone 6S and 6S Plus. And you're going to love taking photos with them. The one thing about the photos, if you look over time, the camera team has been doing remarkable work year after year. We're increasing the sensors to make them more capable, adding autofocus pixels. We're improving the lenses to be even more sharp and aligned and accurate. We've got incredible image processing that's faster in lower power, and on. Great features, auto HDR, burst mode, panoramas, on. And they all are in service of delivering one thing, a beautiful picture. And what are pictures? They're these magical moments just frozen in time that we can keep forever and share with our family and friends. And with iPhone 6S and 6S Plus, you can now take even more stunning photos. But what if we could do something more? The team's come up with something truly brilliant. What if you could press with 3D touch on your photos and this happened? This is entirely new technology. It's called live photos. This is remarkable. We can take photos just as we're used to, like this beautiful panorama or beautiful outdoor scene, and then you press on it, and you see the waters ripple, reminding you of the moment you took the photo. Or you have a street scene, beautiful sunlight, you press on it, and the cars begin to move. And these live photos can have sound. When you go into your photo roll and you swipe across them, you see a little bit of a moment of vitality, a sense of how alive they are. It's a beautiful experience, unlike any other way of interacting with photos. So how do you take a live photo? Well, that's the amazing part. You don't do anything different. You just take a photo as you always have. And it's the same beautiful high-resolution, now 12-megapixel photo. On top of the status bar, you see a new icon. Those 3 concentric circles lit up yellow. By default, it's on. You just take pictures, and now they're live photos. And when you're taking them, you get a small little indication that it's live, because it'll capture a second and a half on either side of the photo. These are still photos. They're not videos. They're 12-megapixel, high-quality still images with all the incredible effects you want on a photo. But we extend the capture moment just before and just after you took it. And we do it in a space-efficient way so they don't take up much more room. And the teams have done an amazing job to support this across all of Apple's products. So you can watch live photos on OS X El Capitan. You can see them on your iPads. You can see them on your iPhones. And yes, you can see them on your Apple Watch. And with the new photo face, you can set a live photo as your watch face. So every time you raise your arm, it comes alive as it's telling you the time. This is amazing. Yes. We have so many developers that do an incredible job with photo support in their apps. We want to make sure they support live photos too. So we're creating new developer APIs. And we've been working with some developers, like Facebook. We'll be supporting live photos within the Facebook app on iOS this year. So that's the new camera system. We also have incredible advancements in our wireless as well. LTE has LTE Advanced, so it's twice as fast. And there are 23 bands of wireless LTE networking. That's the most in any smartphone. In fact, it makes iPhone unquestionably the best phone for traveling around the world. Wi-Fi is faster too. It's up to twice as fast. And of course, every iPhone 6S and 6S Plus runs iOS 9 and all the great features that we've talked about, from the new advancements in Siri to proactive assistance, the new News app, which is amazing for reading news on the go on your iPhone, the new Notes app, and of course, Transit and Maps. You've probably heard that more and more Android customers are switching to iPhones. And it's true. Who can blame them, right? So we want to help that. You're going to find a new app on the Android store from Apple that you can download to your Android phone. When you set up your iPhone, we'll make it easier to get all your important information over to your iPhone. It's the neighborly thing to do, right? Well, iPhone 6S and 6S Plus comes with some great accessories. There's some new charging docks that match the metal finishes of your iPhone. There's new leather covers in 5 beautiful new leather materials. There's new silicone covers in 11 new colors. In fact, one of them is in this great product red. So that's iPhone 6S and 6S Plus. Of course, as all Apple products are, they're made in the most environmentally friendly way possible. Mercury-free LED display glass. Come on, you can say it with me. Arsenic-free displays, BFR-free, beryllium-free, PVC-free, and of course, highly recyclable aluminum and glass. Tim told you, these are our most advanced phones ever. In fact, the most advanced phones in the world. Just look at everything embodied in these new phones. The new 3D touch experience, transforming how we interact with our phones. The strongest material yet, our 7000 series aluminum, strongest cover glass in the industry. Our new 64-bit third generation A9 chip. Our second generation Touch ID, twice as fast. Faster LTE, twice as fast. Faster Wi-Fi, twice as fast. Our new 12-megapixel iSight camera with 4K video editing. New 5-megapixel FaceTime HD camera. A Retina flash on the front side so you can take FaceTime pictures in low light. And of course, I think you're going to love this feature when you get to use it, live photos. So what's new iPhone's going to cost? Well, let's bring back the previous generation and start with that. iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus, which have been huge hits around the world, were priced this way, starting at $199 on iPhone 6 and $299 on iPhone 6 Plus. And this is typical carrier contracts, 24-month carrier contracts. We're very proud to tell you the new iPhone 6S, new 6S Plus will come in at the exact same prices and same configurations. And now this is how our lineup will look. iPhone 5S moves down to become the entry-level iPhone, available on 24 months at the top end of the line. And as we know, many customers now are not buying their phones on a 24-month contract. They're instead buying them with installment plans. So here's typical installment plans for these new phones. As you can see, and they will vary by carrier, prices begin as low as $19 a month and go up to $31 a month. So the simple truth is, on an installment plan, any iPhone you want is pretty affordable. So in addition to this pricing, we have one other set of pricing to tell you about for iPhone, and that is a great program starting in our Apple retail stores, starting first here in the US and then growing around the world. It's a program called the iPhone Upgrade Program. So if you're like me and you'd like to have a new iPhone every single year, this is the best way to do that. With the iPhone Upgrade Program, you can get a new iPhone every year. When you get it, you choose your carrier. It is an unlocked phone. It includes the AppleCare Plus program, and it starts at just $32 a month. And again, it's a 24-month installment, but you can get a new iPhone every single year. So when can you get the new iPhone 6S and 6S Plus? Well, you can pre-order starting this Saturday, September 12th. And then it'll be available in just 2 weeks, September 25th, in the following countries: Australia, Canada, China, France, Germany, Hong Kong, Japan, New Zealand, Puerto Rico, Singapore, the United Kingdom, and of course, the United States. By the end of this year, we'll have rolled out iPhones 6S and 6S Plus in over 130 countries with over 400 carrier partners. We're also going to want to run iOS 9 on all of our devices. So I'm very happy to tell you that it will become available just next week on September 16th. With iOS, of course, you want to have your iCloud account supporting all that awesome capability. It comes with 5 gigs for free with each account, but we have some new pricing if you want to upgrade to more capacity. So we want to make sure you knew about that. The capacity for iCloud now is 50 gigabytes for just 99 cents a month, 200 gigabytes for $2.99, and a full terabyte for $9.99 a month. That's half the price of previously. So that is all the great news on the new iPhones. Back to Tim.
These new iPhones are truly the most advanced iPhones we've ever created. And we're so proud of them. We want to tell the world about them. And to do that, we've made an ad. I'd love to show it to you.
This is iPhone 6S. Not much has changed, except it responds to the pressure of your finger. So you can peek into stuff. And pop stuff open, which changes how you play a song. Read a text. Read an email. Read the news. Wait, you read the news?
Yep.
Of course you do. Now you can change apps like this. Pay at more places like this. And the new color looks like this. It's rose gold. It's awesome. And Siri is more helpful than ever.
Hey Siri, show me photos of tortellini.
Here are some images of tortellini.
Maybe get takeout? The camera shoots 4K video now, which changes how your movies look. Nice. Even selfies have changed. Now your screen is the flash. That's gonna get like 1 million likes.
Thanks.
Actually, photos themselves have changed. They move now. You just touch them. So yeah, that's what's changed.
I love that ad. Huge morning for us